Sue Turner, she's in our Washington bureau.
The President, Secretary Clinton, and family members received the remains of the 4 Americans at Andrews Air Force Base. The U.S. Ambassador to Libya, Chris Stevens, was among those who died in Libya Tuesday after protesters stormed the U.S. Embassy there.
They knew the danger, and they accepted it.
Protests have now spread across the Mideast to Sudan, where people try to climb the embassy wall, and Lebanon, where the Pope is visiting. They continue in Yemen. Things were expected to be a bit calmer in Egypt after Egyptians learned the president said Egypt was neither an enemy or an ally now. Thousands of protesters were peaceful in Tahrir Square, but there were still clashes with police outside the U.S. Embassy.
Egypt is not acting like an ally, and if it does not act like an ally, it should not continue to get over $1 billion in military aid.
And there are reports there were intelligence warnings of the attacks, but the White House says that's not the case.
There was no intelligence that in any way could have been acted on to prevent these attacks.
Meanwhile, on the campaign trail, Republicans are still trying to distinguish themselves from the president on foreign policy.
Amid all these threats and dangers, what we do not see is steady, consistent American leadership.
But the White House says this is an issue where the two parties must come together. President Obama has ordered a review of security arrangements for all U.S. embassies around the world. In Washington, Sue Turner, News Channel 36.
Well, you heard Sue say it's 17 countries with protests. In the Lebanese capital of Tripoli, security forces shot and killed one person after an angry crowd set fire to a KFC and a Hardee's there. 25 people were hurt in that riot.
And there's extra security at Charlotte's Islamic Center, where many are frightened and concerned about what... News Channel 36 reporter Michelle Bowden continues our team coverage.
The Friday service is packed, as always, at Charlotte's Islamic Center, and today has taken on new meaning.
So there's actually been a call for nationwide for our Friday sermons to focus on the current events, and especially what's happening in Libya, and now it looks like it's spreading to other Muslim countries.
Tensions have erupted at American embassies in the Middle East in recent days. Muslims angry over an American-made movie they say is blasphemous. Earlier this week, the U.S. ambassador to Libya was among 4 people killed at the consulate in Benghazi during an attack. Here in Charlotte, the Islamic Center spokesman says they're on high alert.
We've had a lot of focus and outrage geared towards the Muslim community prior to what has just happened. And now, couple that with this, there's even more reason to be on guard.
Jibril Hough says he too is troubled by what he's seeing around the world.
Reacting based on emotion just because of a film, it does nothing for the Islamic cause. Our Prophet, peace be upon him, would not react in such a way. So there is no way I can describe or justify the reaction that we are seeing unfold throughout the Muslim world right now.
In Charlotte, Michelle Bowden, News Channel 36.
And for the latest on the situation in the Mideast, join Brian Williams for NBC Nightly News at 6:30.